What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Brown, and this is the ashsaidit show. Over 1,800 episodes, 500,000 streams and growing. All of this is on account of you guys. So thank you for all the shares, all the cares, all the stares. It makes a difference, all right? Now, today, my guest this is not her first appearance on my show. It's been a minute since we've had a chance to chat and talk, and she's got a new book project that is on the horizon. It's not quite out yet, but it's certainly making a stir. I bring to you guys Rebecca Bloom, author of When Women Get Sick. Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, Ash. So nice to see you again.
I know, right? For us to meet,
Yep.
here on the internet. I love that. Yes, so Rebecca, a lot has happened since the last time we've chatted, whole lot has happened in that. But let's talk about the inspiration behind this new book, When Women Get Sick.
Okay, so this is really personal for me. Both my mother and my sister are breast cancer survivors. I myself am high risk, and I have been through biopsy, surgeries, exams, scans, genetic testing, counseling, the whole thing. I am the mother of 2 grown daughters, so it's super personal, but it's also really quite professional for me. I've trained my whole life for this. I am a lawyer. I was an employee benefits lawyer, and so I really know about healthcare and the workplace, and these are really important issues that women have to deal with, super complex waters when they engage with the American healthcare system, not to mention what happens in the workplace. And so this is a book that I mean to serve, and the need is acute when the need comes up. Think of, you don't buy what you expect when you're expecting until you're expecting. But once you're expecting, you got to have that book.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do, is amplify my 25 years of experience in the trenches advocating for women when they get sick. And so I did that at an organization near where I live called Bay Area Cancer Connections. And now what I want to do is get these learnings and these details and these facts and these stories out to more women who need it.
I love that. Now, a lot of people would say, everyone gets sick. Men get sick, children get sick, teenagers are sick. Why would she make a book about women?
Great question. I love this question. So here's the thing. Women get diagnosed way later than men. Women tend to be financially challenged more than men. Women use more health care than men do. There's a lot of reasons why women's experiences are going to be very different from men's. 3.2 million women a year have heart attacks. People don't really talk about women and heart health all that much, and they need to. Over 250,000 women a year are diagnosed with breast cancer. Now, yes, we've got a month for it, and yes, everybody wears pink, and yes, the research has improved and survivability has improved, but the bottom line is this is a lot of women who are interfacing with the system in a unique way.
That's a fact. Definitely a fact.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit of insight on the book as far as, are you focused on several different issues? Is it one of those where they'll go through like the index and say, hey, I'm having X amount of issues at work, or my employer won't pay this for me? What kind of setup is it going to be?
Yeah, so that's a great question too. And I just found myself with the most unique legal background to do this work. So basically I used to work for corporate America, taking on issues about benefits that people have, health insurance, et cetera, on the one side, and then, relationships with their employers on the other, leaves of absence, disability, what does that mean? How does that work? What are the accommodations employers have to make? All of that, right? So this book will cover both, which makes it unique because there are patient advocates out there that people can find in the health space, but it's hard to find everything all in one place in a comprehensive way, both the health space and the workplace. So the book will be structured with that in mind. It'll sort of explain to women how they set themselves up for support in the first place, what kinds of help to ask for, and then it will get into the details. What about the workplace? What about health insurance? What do you do to get a policy if you don't have one? What do you do if you already have one? What do you have to be prepared for? How do you get access to the diagnostics and the treatment you need? What are some creative solutions? What do you do if something goes wrong? Because it often does. You know, who are the bad guys? Who are the stakeholders? How do you approach these things? How do you communicate to maximize your coverage, minimize your stress, make sure that you can focus on your healing?
I really love that. I wish that there were resources out there for me and my mom when she was going through. My mom had a bunch of health issues and stuff, and she was in the school system. And they basically were threatening towards the end of her career to pull her health insurance. And that was adding, you know, she was already sick with things going on, and that was adding more stress to her. And I
wish you guys had called me.
I know, right?
That's why I'm writing this book, because I wish I could help every woman. That's why.
Because it's
exactly why.
It's a scary time, you know, for anyone, especially, you know, the matriarch of the family going through so much stuff. There's all this jargon, there's all this legal stuff, and all the stuff that your employer says that they won't cover and they won't do. I just hope that this episode will touch someone in a way that they'll either reach out to you, or they'll either start doing their own research, or, you know, we'll find the better answers, because I think that sometimes it's not a lack of trying, it's just a lack of resource, and it's a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's why I've already built a website that has some useful resources on it that people can turn to. And as a matter of fact, I'm sure you're going to say I'm crazy, but I will take anybody can reach out to me, and I will answer their question. You know, that's how I am, because that's how much this means to me.
Yes. And what's the best way for them to reach you online, Rebecca?
Sure. It's www.whenwomengetsick.com.
All right, you guys heard it here first. Rebecca, thank you so much for coming through today and sharing this info. We're looking forward to that book launch. You know, claiming it.
Ash, it's always a pleasure. I'm going to ring you back up when that time comes.
Oh, you better. I'm going to expect you to. All right, we're going to put that out. Expectations are definitely in the works, so you got to come back. We're claiming that.
Sounds amazing. I can't wait.
Absolutely. And thank you to each and every one of you guys for always supporting me, continuing to download, sharing. It makes a huge difference. And keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.